Hey everybody, it's Gail, and I am here today with an incredibly cute pair of shorts. But before we get to the breakdown on them and I show them to you, I want to show you the pattern photo because I think a lot of you will recognize this one. So here it is. So if you, like me, have been in the crochet space for a while, it's been like online, I've been in the crochet space for like 20 years. In one way or another. Somebody somewhere has shown you this photo and been like, oh my God, are these hilarious? I think no less than 5 people on Facebook back in the day tagged me to make sure I saw these. And my thought was always like, they look pretty cute actually. Like, probably don't want to make them of acrylic because then you'll sweat in places you didn't know exist. But like, you know, they look cute and functional. So I actually got a hold of the pattern. And I've had it for ages. It's one of those that's just been sitting there. And I finally made them. So let's take a look. All right, here we go. Ta-da! Okay, so these are made in a worsted weight yarn with an F hook, which is a 3.75. These are made in Knit Picks Dishy. I bought a couple of cones specifically to make shorts. And so this is the pattern for the green pair without a third color. So the green pair originally is a 3-color pattern. I kept it to 2. And the way these work is you make the bottom of both legs and then you attach them and then you work up from there and you have an open front the whole time. And then on the back, to help with shaping, you'll notice there's sort of a dip right here, and then it comes back up. That is because you do a couple of short rows to give you a little butt pocket to, you know, fit your ass. As you can see, my ass fits. And then at the top of it, after you finish the last row, you make a drawstring, you put the drawstring on. You need 4 half-inch buttons. I had these adorable little flower buttons from whenever ago. And I mean, that's the nuts and bolts. They're not difficult. It's a double crochet pattern with a little bit of a twist in like how you do the double crochet to get it into this sort of back and forth rickrack sort of look here, like you can see here. They're very comfortable. I've worn these a lot. These became a summer staple for me, during the heat wave. And the one thing that I will say is that if I make them again, and I likely will, I will be adding elastic all along these last couple of rows because the drawstring keeps them up, but they will start to fall down a little bit just throughout the day. So like I said, I'm in love with them, but also I want you to see what they look like on a, you know, on a modern body. I have a very modern body. You notice if you compare them side by side, and of course it's, you know, one shot of this pattern, you know, out in the wild to sort of sell you on buying what you need to make it. You'll notice, you know, the stripe on the model is a lot straighter because I have a belly, model did not have a belly, or the shorts were made specifically so it looked like the model didn't have a belly, you know, who knows. And then the other thing is to actually make these large enough to fit around my real human thighs. I did have to increase, it was quite a bit. It's 6 stitches per inch, so I just kept adding 6 stitches until I could wrap the starter chain around my whole leg comfortably. And a tip I have for that, by the way, is when you do that starter chain and you're doing that increase, once you get it so it's touching, make sure to sit down. Because I did not do that the first time, and I ended up having to frog out like half of the work. Like back down to the beginning. I've had to frog out a half-done project and restart because it was too tight to sit down. And so don't forget that when you sit down, your thighs flatten a little bit. I've gotten a lot of compliments on these too, which is nice. People really like them in the wild. So that's always fun. And it's just a fun project to kind of learn how to do sort of how to make shorts. So I've made shorts before. I have a how-to from way back about how I make shorts, and this one's a little bit different. You do an actual gusset as opposed to my version, which was just do a chain kind of down the middle of where the leg hole should be and then go. I'll link to that at the end of this video so that you can find it. And I really like this because it's much more comfortable. Honestly, even though the shorts that I made I found were very comfortable, but like this, these feel like actual shorts, not shorts I was trying to make without really understanding how shorts are made, if that makes sense. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, I made these. I was gonna make the second pair because they're also very cute, but they were single crochet, and I just was not in the mood after making half a pair and then frogging and then remaking a pair. So I'll probably get to those at some point, but for now I can attest that the green shorts in this pattern, which if I can find a link, I will link it in the basement, absolutely match up to what they look like if you adjust for, you know, having a human body. All right. As always, if you enjoy what I do here, please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, all that fun stuff. You can check out my vintage pattern errata. These do not have any errata on my website, icrochetedthething.com. You can also check out a vintage yarn list I have there that I update as I find new yarns to add to it. It's several hundred yarns long at this point, and if you find one that has a blank next to it and you know something that can help people find a dupe, please let me know. I would love to know that. And yeah, I think that's it for this one. I update about every 10 days, so I will see you in 10 days.